This is a nice area, this. Plenty of features. Oh. I do need to advance into steel production, which requires coal and iron. If I could find some of that together, that'd be great. But I don't think there is any. Let me have a little look. Yeah, so all of the coal's a little bit far away. Have a look at the iron ore. Okay, so there's maybe some deposits close to the coal ore over here. I'll have a little look down here. I like this environment. This is beautiful. Oh shit. Wow. I don't think I'm going to survive this. Wow. This is intense. It's like I've fallen into the center of the planet. Oh, we have a geyser here. I've not seen one of those before. This is like freaking Jurassic Park. We've got sulfur and impure no. Oh god. I'm not sure what we use sulfur for, but I could probably. Oh, freaking hell. How many hogs are there around here? Come here. So resource wise, this area seems to be pretty decent. Let's see where the quartz is. There's some quartz over there. Let's have a look at coal. There's coal over here. This dog. There must be a way of taming these dogs. Oh, a cave. Wow. Oh shit. It's like being in Lord of the Rings or something. And there's a purple slug. There's loads of these things. So I'll take this purple power slug. I have no idea what this does. Oh shit! These hogs are everywhere. So far this seems like a pretty decent area to set up some mines. I'm not sure about down there. These are both pure nodes as well. Let's have a look. Let's see if there's caterium around here. A little bit. Sulfur. Iron. So this is pretty cool. I'll head back for now. See what research I can get done. See what I can unlock in the awesome sink. Yeah, that's a big drop. I don't want to go down there. I'd love to be able to get fuel for the jetpack, but I can't make it at the moment. However, I do know Coffee Stains Studios are making it so you can use solid biofuel. It's just not very efficient. It'll burn fast. Holy crap. Right, it looks like this is a way over. This also looks like a boss. Where'd he go? Oh shit. Come back. Come back to me. There we go. So I'm just gonna make my way back to my hub. And on the way I'll just kill whatever I come across. Oh, Jesus. They never even warned me they were trying to attack me. Normally it warns you when a hostile's up your ass. Alright, I'm back at my original sort of home base. But for now, what I want to focus on is unlocking stuff. So we have the MAM right here. Let's see what we've got. So I can research a bunch of this quartz stuff because I have some raw materials, raw quartz. So I need another 45 modular frames. That's okay, I can make those easy. I've got loads of remains, so I can make a bunch of protein and then alien DNA. And then I'll show you kind of what you do with that. Okay, so 55 in total. Now, if I dump these in this storage container and feed them into the awesome sink here, you'll notice I've already got 12 tokens, and that's because I was using DNA points before, and it gave me a lot better reward than using just normal resources. So let's have a look. Yeah, each one is like 1,000 or 2,000. It was up much faster. There we go, 23 coupons. I definitely like to have doors, windows. I think roofs would be great, and corners of roofs. I'd love to get all of this, but at the moment I'll just get what I definitely would like. So these sort of conveyor holes and things, they're pretty handy. I've never used the ceiling mount, but it does sound quite good. What am I sitting at? So 20, I've got another 3 to go. I'll go for the gates. There we go. I forgot I had the power slug. So I need some some more cable to unlock that, which I should have a ton of here. And now the purple one, which needs these modular frames, which I already need a ton of anyway, so I may as well craft some of that. Right, that should be enough of the modular frames to get what I need. Start research. Right, compacted coal. What the hell is that? Much more efficient alternative for coal. I need a hard drive. Well, I'll just call the research done in the MAM at the moment. I need to optimize this setup because I think the best thing I could do is just tear all of this down, start again, and use all of these iron nodes, but expand out that way where it's all flat. Yep, I think what I'm going to do before I proceed any further is lay down a new foundation. I'll delete that space elevator for now. Oh, taking its time to disappear. It does have a bit of height to it, but it's going to need it. Luckily I've got loads of iron ore and metal plates. Right, now it's time to do the maths. So these mine at 60 per minute. I'm going to space this out a bit more than I did with my previous factory. So these should smell at, what, 30 per minute? I think I also learned if you use control, you can actually position these square, which is a great feature. Now that smelts iron at 30 per minute. So that means for these 3, I can have 6 smelters. And right now I'm running, what, 4? So you can kind of see how these little power nodes that you can attach to the wall already can neaten up a factory. You know, no power poles, it's just all connected here. And all of these are just one-sided, so it's not even on the other side. We will get a double-sided one at some point. I think I'll place 3 constructors side by side and make them all metal plate. Now each of them needs 30 iron ingots per minute, and that should make a total of 60 per minute. This is going to get really confusing. But anyway, I shall persevere. I have a headache. Right, so I've spent a bit of time sort of rejigging all of these machines for an iron factory, and they're not all hooked up yet. However, I've done some maths, and I'm sure they're all wrong. I've made 6 smelters. Each of these smelters gets 30 iron, then it turns into 30 iron ingots. These 3 here are dedicated to iron plates. They both get 30 iron ingots each, put out 20 metal plates each, which gets merged into this. Theoretically that creates 60 per minute coming out here. Now we split this into 2, which makes 30 per minute, and we store 30 per minute in a storage container, and we put the other 30 per minute into here to create reinforced iron plates. Now obviously the other component there is screws, so let me go back down this way. So once again, 30 iron ores in here, 30 iron ingots. Now these ingots come in here and they get split into 2. Now that takes 15 per minute and puts out 15 iron rods per minute. Once again, this side 15 and 15. Now they come back out, they merge again into 30 per minute, go into splitter, and it splits off into 3, which is 10 per minute in each. 10 iron rods per minute equals 40 screws per minute. You times that by 3, you get 120. Then you divide that by 2, and you get 60. So 60 comes out here, goes in there, then the other 60, well, you can do what you want with. For me, I'm just going to put it in a storage container. A lot of brain power involved in that. Right, so I'm going to build this all up and then connect everything through power lines. You can kind of see the scale of this factory already. Now the reason I'm putting a floor on it is because I will have another level, but you can actually connect these power nodes to the roof and have them sort of dangle down to connect. So connect that sort of up to here, and then we can actually bring them along like that. You can just sort of bring them down in that fashion, and it's really neat. Bob, what the hell are you doing? Why are you coming in here? So if we just sort of compare the scale, There's my current factory. It's wires everywhere. And this is my proposed factory. It's not up and running yet, but once I connect to power, it will be. I'm glad Bob's got out of the way, because it's not really a good size for him. He smacked his tiny little melon head against the ceiling. So I may have found a decent way, using the power shards, to get the amount of screws that I need. I can overclock these to make me 60 per minute. It tells me that it takes iron ingots at 15 per minute, which is fine because I can split one of these into two of these, and now these two make 60 screws per minute each, which is what I need. And then I could actually put, I could put these out. Right, so I shall put a roof on here to see how tall it needs to be. That way when I put this up, there we are. And then I can connect that to that. There we are, and that's going to connect 30 iron plates into here. 60 screws per minute into here. Reinforced iron plates. So I need 3 of them per minute. That makes 5 per minute. Right, so that's the reinforced iron plates going in here to make the modular frame. I just need 12 iron rods per minute, which isn't much. So that's splitting off into 15. That'll back up slightly, but it's okay. In fact, I could probably overclock this one a little bit, because it's going to be getting 15 iron rods and 5 reinforced iron plates. So yeah, so if I max it out at 15 iron rods. So these power shards have a use, which is good. God knows how much power this is going to cost me. So, if I'm correct, so I'll be getting modular frames, screws, and reinforced iron plates. Now I just need rotors, so I need to figure that one out. Then I've got the fun of smart plating. So I'll put a double socket maybe here. I'll attach that to there, and you can see this inside. There we are. Now just as a quick test, I'm going to try and hook this up to the power somewhere. See if this runs. There we are. Iron ore. Did I not connect that to power? Huh. Silly me. Ah, there we are. So these will feed through. That'll make iron plates, which go into there. Ah, yes. This doesn't work without the third one. Right, so these are all flowing fine. Okay, so it's a little bit slow creating these things because they're more advanced, but that's fine. There we are, everything's making its way through quite nicely. So it's really just this one generator that isn't doing anything. I could have that create iron plates. That way I've got iron plates and screws. Oh, screws, yeah. I actually don't have any rods either. I don't have any surplus rods. I do need to make rotors, but I can find another iron node and make a new sort of place there. Put a constructor down. So it's that again, 30, and that makes 20. Now if I put down a bunch of storage containers. Now I'm just going to have a quick look and see how much power that is drawing into my grid. So all of that has a maximum consumption of 487. Now it's worth noting that that's not all of that, because I still have all of this connected, which I'll be tearing down. Like once this is all, yeah, so I don't need any of this anymore because it's no longer in use. But everything's moving up to my bigger factory, so there's no point wasting the resources I've got. And I'll take all the iron plates in here and bring them round. This is just ridiculously convoluted, but I may as well use them. Make some more reinforced iron plates. Here they all come. Alright, so as I've been waiting, I was able to pick up a bunch of modular frames. I've just been waiting for all of these containers to kind of empty. That's probably never going to empty enough, but you know, feed all these through, use up the resources I've got in this old factory, so I can just delete it all. I also overclocked this one like 200% just to try and speed it up. So I'm going to end up with an absolute shitload of reinforced iron plates. Is not a bad thing. Worst case scenario, I just fired them in the awesome sink. I'll finish off basic steel production. That unlocks my ability to use coal and iron to make steel. It also completes my tier 3. So I'll finish up this power shard one. I'm not really sure what this gets me. Purple power shards. I guess maybe they're more powerful, more efficient. I don't know. I can also get myself blade runners. And I've picked up a little more alien DNA, so I can go spend that. I may as well just keep this thing burning stuff that I'm not really needing. So these are still making screws. Can't delete these till the screws are finished. What I'll do is I'll continue building up my factory. I have no idea what I'm doing with these power lines at the moment. So while I've been waiting for these containers to empty over here, I've just been sort of building up my new factory a little bit. So you can see there, this is the top level, sort of the second floor. First floor if you're in the UK, second floor if you are US. That's the 3 iron miners. Taking the iron into my bottom floor. Now I've kind of made this entrance, and you can come in here. You've got a door that takes you into the factory floor, but that's only for if I need to change anything. Most of the time you'll be using this walkway, and you get a good view of all the production line, and then you're up to the next floor. Now at the moment obviously everything's going into these storage containers on the factory floor, but you know I will be probably making lines that'll carry all them up to one floor that's just got containers. And you can kind of see the start of construction of a sort of a nicer looking walkway here. Plan is you'll be able to come up here, you should be able to walk around here, you get sort of nice views. I'm thinking about building over that way, just have like a super factory, like have the limestone coming up into it and everything. So it looks like these constructors are finished. Get rid of them. That means there'll be no more screws going into this container, which means just what's in here is what will be getting used. This is probably making stuff so fast there is no screws. There we go. And this I imagine would be exactly the same. Yeah, it's pretty low. I don't think I'm going to use up all the surplus plates and rods I've got in here, because there's so much of it. I'm not really sure what these power lines even do. So I've just made some pretty major changes to my factory. I didn't really see the point of filming the whole thing. I'll just give you a quick walkthrough. So we've still got all this. This is my main factory. So now I'm producing all of the main components that iron can produce at the moment. You can kind of see it all working away in there. That's producing 4 components. And if you come down here, you can see this kind of little hub that I've made in between my larger factory, and then there's a smaller factory. So we've got the 4 components that are made from there, which is the iron plate, reinforced iron plates, screws, and these modular frames. And over here we should have, we've got smart plating, which is the most complex one, lots of iron rods, and of course rotors, which will take a while, and I'll show you why. Now you may notice that there's a conveyor belt here. This is actually taking reinforced iron plates into this miniature factory that I made. And this miniature factory is running off of 1 miner, so ignore this ugly roof, it's not my best work. So we've got 1 miner coming in here, splitting off 2 smelters, creating iron ingots. Now these 2 are making iron rods, and that's pumping out at 30, so 15 and 15, merging to create 30. Now the problem here is I needed 20 per minute for this assembler to create the rotors, so there's no way of really doing that apart from putting the splitter down and splitting it off into 3 ways, so it's 10 each, and then just creating 2 into a merger, and that comes out at 20. A little bit fiddly, but it does the job. And then the excess 10 per minute comes down here and goes into that middle box. That creates rotors at 4 per minute. So 2 per minute go down there into that box, and the other 2 every minute come up into this conveyor belt system and into this assembler where it creates smart plating. And this is the conveyor belt I was telling you about. This is bringing the reinforced iron plates over from the larger factory. Now I'll jump over there and show you exactly how I'm splitting them off. The reinforced iron plates are coming from, going up here, coming along, and then I'm splitting them off. So they're going, some of them are going down into the box there, and some of them are just going straight over our heads. And that does the job. Just ignore Bob, I don't know what the hell he's doing. It's not great looking, and it is also hovering, but I will fix all that in time. Right now, production was what I wanted to focus on. That way I have a constant stream of components. And I put like a little safety bars so that I can look out over my industrial empire. And I got a lot of room over here I can use, which I could probably use to make the copper stuff. So the next challenge will be steel. But that's everything for today. No, it's not been the most interesting video. It's been a lot of maths and smashing my head against the wall. But I appreciate you watching and have a great day.